What is up, everybody of YouTube? Giga's Choice coming back at you with another video. And in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to modify your Star Wars The Black Series Commander Cody to make it look like what you see right now. If you're familiar with this figure, then you will know that what we got from Hasbro is fairly inaccurate because Commander Cody's Phase 2 armor in both Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Revenge of the Sith was very battle worn. It had scrapes, it had dirt all over it. I wanted to recreate that on this figure. I will be showing you guys how to do this process right now. But before we get started, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you comment saying that you have liked and subscribed, then I will be sure to give you a shout out. It will be a random picking, but I will be sure to try to get as many people as possible. Now, let's get started. And here's everything you will need to do this process on your Commander Cody action figure. Starting off, you will need silver, black, and brown acrylic water-based paint. This is the most important process, as this is what will bring your Commander Cody figure kind of to a new level. It'll make it seem much better than it really is. Of course, you will need a Commander Cody figure, but this process actually works with just about any clone or stormtrooper from the Star Wars The Black Series line. You can even use it on some of the Marvel Legends, or really any action figure line. This whole process is very universal and is very helpful. Another few things you will need is an old plastic container. I find that if you just find old food containers that aren't being used, or you even just go to the Dollar Tree and find some of those cheap plastic containers, that will work fine as well. And you will need paper towels, water, and you will need a flat tip paintbrush, something like this. You will need this because this is what we will be putting on the paint for our Commander Cody figure. Now, because I do not have another Commander Cody figure, I will more so just be walking you through the process of doing this rather than actually showing you on camera. And it would be fairly hard to do this on camera. So let's get started. First of all, you're going to want to take your plastic container and put some of your black paint in it. And then you're just going to want to fill up a little bit of water. You really don't need that much. You want to mix it in, that will give it that liquidy effect. Now, once you have done that, you're going to want to... Really, the whole process of doing this is just taking your brush, putting it in that black paint, and just putting it wherever you're wanting this sort of battle damage. Once you have covered the surface that you are painting, you will notice that it is almost entirely black, which is not what we're going for, but that's why you use your paper towel and wipe off some of the black paint, which will then leave a result like this that you see right here. Now, if you accidentally put too much of the paint on, not to worry, just get another paper towel and just get it wet. All you really have to do is just put a little bit of water on it and then wipe off that surface. It will take more of the paint off. That did end up happening to me on the helmet, but that small little extra step of just wiping a little bit more of it off with the wet paper towel really helped, as you could see right here. Now you might be thinking, well, how do I fill in all of the finer details and whatnot? It's basically the same process. You just put your black paint inside these sort of scrapes on his armor, wipe it off, and that paint will remain inside of those cracks, unless of course you go in the cracks and wipe it all out, which obviously you're not trying to do here. You're trying to emphasize all of the details on this Commander Cody figure. For the weapons, you're going to want to do a process called dry brushing. You're going to want to dip your brush in some of the silver paint, whether you cleaned the brush or just got a new one. Obviously, you don't want the black and silver mixing for this process. So you're really just going to take some of your silver paint, put it on the brush, and you're actually going to wipe some of it off on another paper towel or a plate, whatever you're putting your paint on. You're going to actually want to brush most of it off. So that way, when you brush on the paint, it'll only highlight the details. As you could see right there on the figure, Blaster has all the nice details emphasized. And I did the same thing for the heavy weapon. Not sure well you could see that on camera, but just a little bit of dry brushing really makes it seem a little bit more realistic. It brings out the details and is actually a fairly important step in this process. Now, if you are doing the dry brushing, then I highly suggest not to put any silver on anywhere where the figure is going to be holding it, at least extensively, such as the handles, only because if you do not seal it, or even with sealer, it'll scrape off over time, and that's not what we're going for. Finally, for the brown, you're going to want to do a similar process with the black, and I will lift it up right here. And as you can see, it just makes it look a little bit better if you add that brown at the boots, have it fade up into the shin armor, and it really does look better because it gives him that sort of look that he's been walking around through all sorts of different planets and he's really seen some battle. And that is really it for this process. If you guys liked this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more geekish content like this, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified every single time I post a video, please hit that bell icon. And don't forget, if you comment, I will select a random person, whoever comments that they have liked and subscribed, and I will be sure to give you a shout out. And I will see you all in the next video.